Good morning. If we could get you guys, parents, adults, friends, if you'll go ahead and have a seat, please. At this time, Kelly Franklin will come up and she's going to sing the national anthem for us. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets are the bombs bursting in air gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you, Kelly. Excellent job. It gives me great honor to welcome you to Durant High School today for this dedication. I'm so pleased that there are so many of you here with us. I'm just so honored to be a part of it, and I did not know Brady, but I've heard so many wonderful stories and wonderful things said about him that it's just almost like I knew him. And I thank you so much for letting me be a part of it. Welcome to Durant High School, and we're going to go ahead and get started. This year marks the 20th anniversary of the War of 1812, and we began to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War. We welcomed our veterans back home from Iraq, and we continued to wind down operations in Afghanistan. These milestones remind us that though much has changed since Americans first took up arms to advance freedom's cause, the spirit that moved our forebears is the same spirit that has defined each generation of our service members. Our men and women in uniform have taught us about strength, duty, devotion, resolve, cornerstones of a commitment to protect and defend that has kept our country safe for over 200 years. In war and peace, their service has been selfless and their accomplishments have been extraordinary. On days such as this, we are called to reflect on immeasurable burdens that have been placed and borne by so few. We pay tribute to our wounded, our missing, our fallen, and their families, men and women who have known the true cost of conflict and deserve our deepest respect now and forever. We also remember that our commitments to those who have served are commitments we must honor not only on Veterans Day, but every day. As we do so, let us reaffirm our promise that when our troops finish their tours of duty, they come home to an America that gives them the benefits they have earned, the care they deserve, and the fullest opportunity to keep their families strong and our country moving forward. Those words were penned in the proclamation, the Veterans Day proclamation by President Obama, and I wanted to share that with you because I thought that was very, very fitting on today as we go through this dedication. At this time, Stephanie is going to come forward.
Thank you all for being here today. This is an important day. I live in Decatur, Texas now, and the vest I'm wearing is a vest I wear a part of the veterans group in Decatur. And there's a big patch on the back of my vest, and it's also on the card that you have in front of you. And the patch says, "The nation which forgets its defenders will itself be forgotten." And I believe that to be true. The nation which forgets its defenders will itself be forgotten. 1% of the U.S. population serves in the military today. 1% protects the freedoms you and I enjoy. Of those few defenders, some have paid the price with their own life. Those few volunteered to go where they were asked and put their lives on the line. And Brady Rudolf was one of those few. I'd like to share with you how this memorial came to be and acknowledge those who made it possible, and then finally to ask the family and Dustin to speak on Brady's behalf. I taught government here at the high school from 2004 to 2009. When I was teaching, the high school was at the old building where the middle school is now. One day I decided that I would check and monitor the daily count of our soldiers who were lost in Iraq. Every day I had the numbers on my board. I changed the total number. For each semester I had different students, so I totaled the lives lost during the time I had those students. Many, many students looked at that board every day. When the number changed, it bothered them and made them sad. I told them it made me sad too, because those soldiers are somebody's husband, son, father, brother, wife, sister, mother. Up until September 18th, 2008, I didn't know any of the soldiers lost. On September 18th, 2008, that number took on a different meaning. I knew Brady. He was a classmate of mine. I was in the class of 1988, and Brady, along with my sister, were in the class of 1989. And I also knew his older brother, Dustin. After that happened, I came to know that he had a wife and 3 young boys. On that day, I put Brady's name up on the board, and it stayed there until I left Durant High School and moved to Decatur, Texas. One day I mentioned to the student council that we should set aside some money for a memorial to Brady to be placed at the new high school when completed. Although I moved, Durant is and always will be my home, and I didn't forget that memorial. We're here today thanks to some very special people, and I would like to acknowledge them. I would like to thank Durant Schools and Durant High School, Mr. Dwayne Meredith and Miss Cheryl Condit, the people who have been so helpful and supportive of getting this done. Anything I needed, they were there and gladly did it. I'd like to thank the Durant High School class of 1989, many of which are here today to support Brady and his family, and the Durant High School student councils, who both of those groups donated money for this marker. I'd like to thank Toby and Amy Jameson of Jameson Electric for the donation of this tree, which is a lace bark elm the family chose to be placed on the grounds of DHS in Brady's honor. Amy is a graduate of the class of 1989. She's an Air Force veteran, and she's also my sister. I'd like to thank Durant Marble and Granite for working with me over email and phone and creating such a beautiful memorial, and they also discounted it greatly and placed the picture on the marker. I'd like to thank Senator Josh Brasheen for gladly accepting my invitation, and Representative Roberts for accepting the invitation, who is also a U.S. Navy veteran. Mayor Jerry Tomlinson, who's a Marine veteran, and he eagerly replied that he would be honored to attend this dedication. Most importantly, I would like to thank Jennifer, Braden, Nate, and Ty, the wife and children of Brady, who also has a family have sacrificed and whose lives are forever changed. I'd like to thank Brady's mom, Miss Natalia Flowers, and I'd like to thank his brother Dustin and his wife Tammy and 2 children. Dustin is so proud of his brother. Before I ask Dustin to come up and say a few words and unveil the marker, I would like Senator Brasheen to come up and say a few words on behalf of the state of Oklahoma.
You know, this is a daunting task to try to provide the adequate tribute to someone who really has given the ultimate sacrifice. And I want to point that the esteem that we owe the Rudolf family and Brady himself, it's one that surpasses the office of the presidency. And we all know through the recent election, you know, the esteem that office has. But when we look at our history as a nation, it's the American patriot that we all have learned to adore and respect as the highest office in the land. And so to the family, I hope that today is a time of peace for you. I hope it brings you much comfort. And I hope that you feel the gratitude of this community because as we honor our heroes and our sheroes in America, we have one from Bryan County. And I want to just close with a comment from a reverend years ago. I think it's just beautifully spoken, and it's Reverend O'Brien from the U.S. Marine Corps. He said, "It's the soldier, not the reporter, who's given us freedom of the press. It's the soldier, not the poet, who has given us freedom of speech. It's the soldier, not the campus organizer, who's given us the freedom to demonstrate. It's the soldier who salutes the flag, who serves beneath the flag, whose coffin is draped by the flag, who allows the protester to burn the flag." And what an assessment about the heroism and the sacrifice that Brady and others have given to us. And may we all, when we see the distance between the date that he was born and the date that he died, and saw that he lived his dash very well, may we honor him more just with words of gratitude. May we all live our lives in a way that, as it was said once, that we earn what he's given us. God bless you.
I just want to thank everyone for coming. Stephanie, you and Amy, Senator McKinney, Representative Roberts, Mayor, appreciate everything. Especially Brady's class that's here. It shows what he meant to everyone. And the high school for doing this, Durant Public Schools, I mean, it's an honor. And it'll be something that everybody can see from now on. When the boys get to high school, they'll be able to walk past here every day and see it. And as you can tell, it's still tough to talk about, but we just really appreciate it on behalf of my entire family. Thanks.
At this time, I would like to give Mayor Tomlinson, Representative Roberts, if you would like to say a few words.
Thank you, Ms. Condit. And truly, what a wonderful demonstration of love for a community, brother, and family. Dustin, Tammy, Athea, Jennifer, and the kids. God bless you guys, and may God keep you in His love. As this community demonstrates today, we all love you. Thank you for Brady. You know, my own kids went to school with Brady, and they remember him well. God bless you guys. What a great day for our city, for this family, and for our country. Thank you.
Thank y'all. Thank everybody for coming out. This is very hard to talk about because today is Veterans Day. As a member of the Armed Forces and knowing the family as well as I do, and knowing Brady just a little amount of time and that I knew, but if you didn't know him, you could take a couple of things that, looking at his life, can tell a lot about him and individual. You can first look at the family. The family that raised him, loved him, and you can tell how great they are, and you can tell how great of an individual he truly was. And then you can take his service to stand up for America and give us the rights that we have here today, to assemble here and recognize him is great, because he truly was a great individual, because he fought for this country and he gave everything that he had to protect his family and make sure his family was going to go the distance that they have. So on behalf of the state of Oklahoma, I want to say thank you for coming out. May God bless America, and God bless this family.
Again, thank you for coming out today. I do want to say just one word as an assurance, as a part, as the administration here at the high school, and I think other administrators from our other buildings will join me in letting you know that we will do our very best to support your children and make sure that they have the support that they need here at the schools in every way that we can. And we so honor the sacrifice that you have given. That concludes our ceremony. Thank you again for coming. We appreciate each and every one of you. Feel free to stay and visit as we conclude our ceremony. And students, I'll let you go back to